Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday the 9th and ending Friday the 13th of July 2018. Yep, that's right, the Friday the 13th. That's what we're heading up to. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures form. You can see we've got higher lows forming here on the market. Excuse me, since the low, geez, in February, and now we've got kind of a cup and handle there as well. So that 2,800 and change level is going to be key on the ES to see if we can break out of that area. All right, let's go through the major daily chart indices, and then we'll look at the intraday action, and then we'll look at the economic data coming out this week. So crude oil gains 98 cents, basically sitting at highs 73.92 on Friday as we head in the summer months. At big bounce, not good for everybody who's traveling for the summer. Thankfully, I'm done with that. Gold down $2.90. Inverted cup here. That's not pretty for gold, obviously. S&P cash index gains 23.21 on Friday. There was no volume. We'll talk about that in a minute. Nasdaq's up. Nasdaq 100 up 106 points. But again, I'd be very cautious about anything that happened this week with Wednesday holiday and very late volume all week. Net volume for the week is just horrible. SOX up 16.23. Biotech's 131 on the gap with the BIIB news. So it is what it is. The VIX loses $1.60 back to 13.37. The trend closes at 0.59, which is a big low for the last couple months, basically. And that puts the 10-day still at 1.02, which doesn't give us any kind of signal at all. NASDAQ volume was 1.7. That's the lightest volume except for obviously 4th of July, or the half day on Tuesday, which doesn't count. So we had Monday at 1.8, Tuesday the half day at 1.1, Wednesday at 1.75, and Thursday, I'm sorry, Wednesday closed, Thursday at 1.75, Friday at 1.7. So, like I said, net for the year, this was like the Christmas week, and we knew that coming in. So it was really going to be a wasted week. Now, summer's here, and it's going to be a little light, but it'll certainly be better than that moving forward. The advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ plus 1175, on the New York plus 1403. Google gains $13.79. Again, when there's no sellers around and volume's light, markets tend to go up. Apple up $2.57, not near a high right now. Netflix at 9.86. Note the 13 sell signal on Thursday on Netflix. Amazon up $10.90, not a new closing high. Tesla loses 26 cents, and it's been down the last couple of days. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down up 40 cents, and Goldman Sachs up $1.05, but it's still near the lows of the year. If I look at the intra-week action, let's take a look at, we'll switch it to 10-minute candle so we can see this is the whole week. Now remember, it's actually more than that. So this is the back end of Friday on the far left. We gapped down Monday, banged around it, got back to fill the gap, and then closed just negative, basically just barely negative, almost at the even level. Tuesday, gap up, sold off. At that point, you're nowhere for the week. Wednesday's that was Tuesday's the half day. Wednesday's a non-existent day, but they did open the futures, so you see some trading there. Thursday, gap up a little bit, pull back, don't quite fill the gap, but close at the up for the week at that point. And then Friday, like I said, pretty much it was a little gap up on the ES. We filled it early, and then we turned and ran. And then the last 4 hours, they were dead because everybody was gone. Note the 13 sell signal and the risk line, perfectly giving us the high of the week there on the ES. Nasdaq side, not much different. The whole gain comes in from Friday. So there's really nothing to talk about overall. From that perspective, I don't find anything to be super interesting. Now, in terms of economic data coming out this week, Monday consumer credit, that's not until 3 in the afternoon. Tuesday, NFIB small business index at 6 a.m. JOLTS job openings at 10. Wednesday, core PPI final wholesale inventories at 10 a.m. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. 10-year bond auction at 1 o'clock, and that's it. And then on Thursday, we've got the CPI number, unemployment claims, that's the weekly number, natty gas an hour in, 30-year bond auction at 1, Fed budget balance at 2, Friday import and export prices at 8:30, and preliminary University of Michigan sentiment at 10, and then that's it. So it's not exactly a super exciting week for data, but it should be better than last week from a trading perspective, just because we don't have this weird holiday schedule that we sat through last week. We will see what we get. Again, I would hope that Monday probably a little light to start, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday should be the better trading days. Fridays, summer Fridays, usually light. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great